Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. The sun had already begun to set when my babysitter, Emma, arrived. Mom and Dad were going out for the evening and I was left in Emma's care. I liked Emma. She was always nice and never too strict. Tonight, she had planned a movie night for us, but I had other ideas in my mind. After dinner, Emma settled on the couch, scrolling through movies. I told her I needed to finish some homework in my room. She nodded, absorbed in choosing the right movie. Once in my room, my heart raced with excitement and a little bit of worry. Tonight, I was going to do something I had thought about for a long time but never dared to try. I opened my sister's closet slowly, her clothes neatly hung and perfectly organized. My sister was away at college, and her room remained untouched. I gazed at the dresses, skirts, and blouses, each piece whispering a story of femininity that I longed to be a part of. My hand hovered over a pretty green dress with small white flowers printed on it. It looked soft and inviting. I carefully took it off the hanger. In that moment, wearing that dress felt like the most important thing in the world. I slipped it over my head, the fabric gliding down my body. It felt different. Lighter and more delicate than anything I'd ever worn. I looked at myself in the mirror. The boy in the reflection was gone, replaced by a glimpse of who I really wanted to be. I sat down at my sister's vanity, staring at her makeup. I had watched her many times applying eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick, transforming her face. With tentative hands, I picked up an eyeliner pencil. Drawing a shaky line along my eyelids, I tried to mimic the way my sister did it. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. The sound of Emma calling my name snapped me back to reality. "Chris, are you done with your homework? The movie is about to start." My heart skipped a beat. Had she come to check on me? I glanced at the door, hoping it was locked, but then I remembered I hadn't locked it. Yeah, I'll be right there," I called out, my voice quivering. I quickly took off the dress and hid it back in the closet. I wiped off the eyeliner as best as I could and changed back into my regular clothes. When I was sure I looked like myself again, I opened the door and went back to the living room. Emma was sitting on the couch, a bowl of popcorn in her lap. "Picked a movie yet?" I asked, trying to sound casual. "Yeah, found a cool superhero movie. Thought you might like it," she replied, smiling. I sat next to her, trying to focus on the movie. But my mind kept drifting back to the dress and the makeup. I felt a mix of happiness for what I had experienced and fear of being discovered. I knew I wanted to dress up again, to feel that sense of completeness, even if it was just for a few moments, but I also knew I had to be careful. Emma, sitting beside me, had no idea about the secret I was hiding, or so I thought. As the movie played on, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something had changed inside me. I had taken the first step in exploring a part of me that I had kept hidden for so long. The evening ended with us watching another movie, but my thoughts were elsewhere, lost in a world of dresses, makeup, and a hidden desire to be myself. After the second movie ended, Emma got up to make some hot chocolate in the kitchen. I stayed on the couch, my mind still wandering back to the dress and the makeup. I wanted to try them on again, to feel that special feeling one more time. But I was scared. What if Emma or my parents found out? While Emma was busy in the kitchen, I quietly sneaked back into my sister's room. I opened her closet again and looked at the green dress. Just then I heard footsteps. My heart raced. I quickly closed the closet door, but it was too late. Emma was standing at the doorway, her eyes wide with surprise. "Chris, what were you doing in here?" she asked, a curious look on her face. I didn't know what to say. I felt scared and embarrassed, but then I decided to tell the truth. I was looking at my sister's clothes. I like them, I admitted, my voice barely above a whisper. Emma didn't get mad or laugh. Instead, she walked over and sat down on the bed, looking thoughtful. "Do you want to talk about it?" she asked gently. I nodded, feeling a little less scared. I told Emma about how I liked dresses and makeup, how they made me feel happy. I was worried she would tell my parents or think I was weird, but Emma just listened quietly. When I finished talking, Emma smiled warmly. "Chris, it's okay to like whatever you want. Dresses, makeup, it doesn't matter. If it makes you happy, that's what's important, she said. Her words made me feel better. She didn't think I was weird. She understood. Emma then had an idea. How about we make tonight a special night? I can show you more about fashion and makeup, and we can have fun trying different styles, she suggested. I felt excited at the thought. A whole night of trying on clothes and learning about makeup. Yes, I'd like that, I replied, a smile spreading across my face. Emma stood up and walked over to the closet. Let's see what we've got here, she said, opening the door. She carefully picked out a few dresses and skirts, laying them on the bed. Each piece was prettier than the last. Then Emma went to the vanity and started showing me different makeup items. This is eyeliner and this is mascara. Let me show you how to use them, she said, picking up the eyeliner. I watched closely as Emma applied the eyeliner with steady hands. She then handed it to me. Your turn, she encouraged. I took the eyeliner, my hand shaking a little. Emma guided me, helping me get the line just right. It was harder than it looked, but I was getting better at it. Next, Emma showed me how to use mascara and lipstick. Each step was like discovering a new world, a world where I could be myself. We spent the next few hours trying on different outfits and experimenting with makeup. Emma taught me how to match colors and choose the right clothes for different occasions. She was really good at fashion, and I learned a lot from her. The night was filled with laughter and fun. Trying on my sister's clothes, learning about makeup, it all felt like a wonderful adventure. Emma was patient and kind, never getting upset when I made a mistake or smeared the makeup. As we tried on another dress, Emma looked at me and said, "You look really pretty, you know, and it's great to see you so happy." Her words made me feel warm inside. For the first time, I felt like I could be myself without worrying about what others thought. Emma and I spent the next part of the evening focusing more on makeup. She explained each item carefully, like eyeshadow and blush, showing me how to apply them. I was amazed at the colors and how they changed the way I looked. Emma was really good at explaining things in a way I could understand. Let's try some eyeshadow, Emma suggested, picking up a small palette with lots of colors. You can choose any color you like. I looked at the palette, fascinated by the different shades. I chose a soft purple, thinking it looked really pretty. Emma showed me how to apply it, guiding my hand as I tried to copy her movements. It was fun, almost like painting, but on my face. After the eyeshadow, Emma showed me how to use blush. It gives your cheeks a bit of color, she explained. She made a funny face and told me to smile, brushing the blush onto my cheeks. I couldn't help but giggle at her funny expressions. Next, let's pick an outfit that matches your makeup, Emma said, looking through the clothes again. She chose a skirt and a matching top. The skirt was light blue, and the top had a floral pattern with some of the same purple as my eyeshadow. Dressing up in the outfit, I felt different, happy. The clothes fit well, and looking in the mirror, I felt like I was seeing a new side of me. Emma stood next to me and nodded approvingly. You look amazing, she said with a smile. We then moved on to learning about hairstyles. Emma showed me how to do a simple braid. It's easy once you get the hang of it, she said, braiding her own hair first to show me. Then it was my turn. My hair wasn't very long, but Emma helped me do a small braid. It was tricky, but Emma was patient and helped me fix it when I made a mistake. As we were doing this, Emma shared some of her own stories. She talked about how she learned to do makeup and style her hair, how it took practice and patience. Her stories made me feel more confident. If Emma could learn, maybe I could too. The night went on, and we tried a few more outfits and hairstyles. Each one was a new adventure, a new way to see myself. Emma never ran out of ideas, always finding something new and fun for us to try. At one point, Emma found a hat and put it on my head, tilting it to the side. We both laughed at how fancy it looked. It was nice to see Emma having fun too. She seemed to enjoy teaching me and trying new things. I learned a lot from Emma that night, not just about clothes and makeup, but also about being patient and enjoying the moment. She made everything feel easy and fun, even when I struggled with a braid or smeared my eyeshadow by accident. As we finished trying on the last outfit, I looked at myself in the mirror. I was wearing a pretty dress, my makeup looked nice, and my hair was styled differently than usual. I felt happy, like I was discovering a part of me that had been hidden away. Emma sat next to me, and we both looked at our reflections. "You've done a great job tonight," she said, smiling. "You've learned so much." I smiled back, feeling proud of what I had accomplished. This night, with Emma's help, I had explored a whole new world. The clock showed it was getting late, but Emma and I were having too much fun to notice. We had tried on so many different outfits and played with makeup and hairstyles. Each new look made me feel happy and excited. "Let's do something fun," Emma said with a bright smile. "How about we have our own fashion show?" I loved the idea. We set up my room like a runway. Emma would announce each outfit, and I would walk across the room, pretending I was in a real fashion show. It was really fun. I felt like a star, especially when Emma clapped and cheered for me. We took turns walking on our makeshift runway. Emma put on some of my sister's clothes too, and we laughed as we showed off our outfits. It was funny to see Emma being silly and having fun just like me. After our fashion show, Emma suggested taking some pictures. "Let's make some memories of tonight," she said. We used Emma's phone to take pictures. Some were funny with us making silly faces. Others were more serious, showing off our outfits and makeup. Emma was really good at taking pictures. She knew how to make me look my best. Looking at the pictures, I felt a mix of happiness and surprise. I looked different, but in a good way. The clothes, the makeup, it all came together to show a side of me I hadn't seen before. "Chris, you look wonderful in these pictures," Emma said, scrolling through them. I blushed a little, feeling shy but happy. "Thanks, Emma. I had a lot of fun tonight," I replied. Emma smiled. "I'm glad. It's important to have fun and be yourself." We spent some more time talking about different styles and fashion. Emma knew so much, and I learned a lot from her. She told me about different types of clothes and how to match them. It was interesting to hear her talk about fashion with so much passion. As we talked, I realized how lucky I was to have Emma as my babysitter. She was kind and understanding, and she made me feel safe to be myself. It wasn't just about the clothes and the makeup. It was about feeling happy and free to express who I was. The night was one of the best nights I ever had. We had created a special space where I could explore and be myself without worry. Emma had turned an ordinary evening into something magical, filled with laughter, learning, and a sense of freedom. Finally, we decided it was time to clean up. We put the clothes back in my sister's closet and tidied up the makeup. I looked at the empty room, now back to normal, but the memories of tonight would stay with me. Emma sat down next to me on the bed. "Remember, Chris, you can always be yourself, no matter what, and I'll always be here to support you," she said kindly. Her words meant a lot to me. I nodded, feeling a bit sad that the night was ending, but also grateful for everything that had happened. We went back to the living room and sat on the couch, just talking and relaxing. The house was quiet, and it felt like we were the only two people in the world. As we sat in the living room waiting, Emma turned to me. "Chris, I want you to know that tonight was special, and I'll keep it just between us. If you ever want to talk or do this again, I'm here," she said in a soft voice. I nodded, feeling a mix of happiness and relief. It was good to know that Emma would keep my secret and that she was there for me. "Thank you, Emma," I said, feeling grateful for her help and understanding. Just then, we heard the car in the driveway. My parents were back. Emma and I quickly checked everything one last time to make sure it all looked normal. Then we went to the door to greet them. My parents came in, looking tired but happy. "We're back. How was your evening?" Mom asked, hanging up her coat. "It was good. We watched movies and had hot chocolate," I said, trying to sound casual. Emma smiled and nodded. "Chris was great. We had a fun night," she added. Mom smiled. "That sounds lovely. Thank you for taking care of Chris, Emma." After chatting for a few minutes, my parents paid Emma and she got ready to leave. "Good night, Chris. Remember what I said, okay?" Emma whispered to me as she put on her coat. I nodded, feeling a bit sad to see her go, but also happy about our secret night. "Good night, Emma," I replied. Once Emma had left, my parents turned to me. "Time for bed, Chris. It's late," Dad said with a yawn. I said goodnight to my parents and went to my room. As I lay in bed, I thought about the night. It had been amazing, full of new experiences and fun. Emma had been so kind and supportive, teaching me about fashion and makeup and letting me be myself. I knew that things would go back to normal tomorrow. I would be the same Chris everyone knew, but inside I felt different. Tonight had shown me a new world, one where I could express myself in ways I never had before. As I closed my eyes, I thought about the dresses, the makeup, and the fashion show. It was like a wonderful dream, but it was real. I felt lucky to have had this experience and to have someone like Emma in my life. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Patreon for a lot more content and early access to YouTube videos.